After the age of 60, something shifts. Our time becomes more precious, our space more sacred, and our energy, well, we don't want to waste it on anything, or anyone, that doesn't bring peace or joy. But here's the quiet truth. Many of us are still spending money or holding on to things, not because they help us, but because we've always done it that way, out of habit, out of guilt. Sometimes just because we forgot they were even there. Today, I want to gently walk with you through 22 things that many of us buy or keep after 60 that we really, truly don't need anymore. Not to make you feel bad, not to judge, but to help you clear a little space in your home and maybe even a little space in your heart. So go ahead, pour yourself a warm cup of coffee or tea. Settle in. This isn't about pressure, it's about perspective, and it just might change the way you look at what's around you. Let's begin. Item number 1, duplicate appliances. Let's start in the kitchen, the place where clutter hides in plain sight. Do you really need 2 toasters, a backup coffee maker just in case, a smoothie blender and a food processor that do the same job? At some point, we started buying extras out of habit or fear that one might break. But here's the truth. Most of us use the same few appliances day after day. The rest are just taking up valuable space. And if something ever does break, it's quicker to borrow or replace than to dig through a cabinet full of forgotten gadgets. Keep the tools that truly serve your everyday life and let go of the rest. Because your kitchen doesn't need backups, it needs breathing room. And so do you. Item number 2, storage containers for things you don't need. Let's talk about all those bins, baskets, and boxes stacked in closets and under beds. We buy them hoping to feel organized, but often we're just storing clutter. Extra cords, old decorations, mystery items we forgot we had. They're not treasures, they're just well-labeled stress. The more containers we buy, the more permission we give ourselves to keep things we no longer use. Real organization doesn't come from better storage. It comes from letting go. Before you buy another bin, ask yourself, do I actually need this item, or am I just trying to hide it? Fewer containers mean less stuff and more peace. Item number 3, holiday shoes and seasonal footwear. Let's talk about what's hiding in the back of your closet. You know the ones, those sparkly flats you wore once to a New Year's Eve party, the red and green loafers that only come out during December, the sandals that look adorable but offer zero support for your feet. They may have felt fun at the time, stylish even, but now they're just taking up space and gathering dust. The truth is, as we get older, our priorities shift. We care more about comfort, safety, and support than we do about matching every outfit to every occasion. And we should. Our feet carry us through every single day. They deserve better than stiff soles or slippery straps. Instead of keeping shoes for every holiday or rare occasion, try investing in 2 or 3 quality pairs that work all year long. A supportive walking shoe, a comfortable slip-on, maybe a reliable boot for colder months if you need it. You can still feel put together and stylish without sacrificing your knees, your back, or your precious closet space, because walking pain-free, that's always in season. Item number 4, cheap cookware that doesn't last. We've all been tempted by it. The shiny, non-stick pan with a bright red sticker that says limited time deal. It looks like a bargain. But 3 months later, it starts sticking to everything, especially eggs. The handle loosens, the bottom warps, and suddenly cooking feels more like a battle than a joy. Cheap cookware seems like it saves money, but it really costs more in the long run, both in dollars and in frustration. The smarter path? Choose a few high-quality pieces that actually last. A solid stainless steel skillet, a dependable saucepan, maybe a cast iron pan if you're up for it. That's it. You don't need an entire 14-piece set with lids that don't match and pots you never touch. Good cookware should make your life easier, not harder. It should be something you enjoy using, not something you keep replacing. Because at this stage of life, we're not collecting tools, we're curating ease, and cooking should feel like care, not chaos. Item number 5. Decorative holiday towels. They're festive, they're fun, and they seem harmless at the store. Little pumpkins for fall, snowflakes for winter, pastel bunnies in the spring. You buy 1 or 2 each season, thinking they'll add a cheerful touch to the kitchen. But over time, they pile up. Before you know it, drawers are overflowing with faded, frayed towels that barely absorb anything. Some shrink, some stain, and most lose their charm after just a few washes. The truth is, seasonal towels are one of those small purchases that quietly add up: money, clutter, and laundry. Instead, consider switching to a few quality towels in neutral colors that work year-round. Ones that actually do the job, wash well, and match your kitchen no matter the month. And if you still want a bit of seasonal cheer, add a small table runner, a vase of flowers, or a bowl of fresh fruit. It's not about losing charm. It's about keeping what's practical and peaceful. Item number 6. Clothes that no longer fit and probably never will. We all have that section in the closet. You know the one. The pants that used to fit, the dress you swore you'd wear again someday, the shirts that looked good, back when shoulder pads were in. Maybe we keep them for motivation, maybe for memories, or maybe because it's hard to let go of who we used to be. But here's the honest truth. If it hasn't fit in 5 years, it's probably not going to fit next Tuesday either. And even if it did, would you actually want to wear it? Life after 60 isn't about squeezing into the past. It's about stepping into comfort, confidence, and clothing that feels good now. So take a fresh look at your closet. Keep what fits, what flatters, and what makes you smile when you put it on. Donate the rest. Someone out there could use it today. And you? You'll gain space, clarity, and maybe even rediscover that one sweater you forgot you loved. Item number 7. Bulk groceries you'll never finish. Buying in bulk sounds smart. More food, less money, fewer trips to the store. But when you're living alone or with just one other person, that 20-pound bag of rice, it starts to feel like a lifetime commitment. Giant jars of peanut butter, industrial-sized cereal boxes, 6-pack bundles of canned soup you liked once but haven't touched since. They take up space, expire before you finish them, and often lead to waste rather than savings. Our appetites change as we get older. Our energy, our digestion, even our preferences. We don't eat like we did at 30, and we don't need to. Buying smaller portions means food stays fresh, you waste less, and your shelves stay manageable. Plus, shopping more intentionally gives you a better sense of what you truly want and need in the moment. You're not feeding a football team anymore. You're feeding yourself, and that deserves care, not clutter. Item number 8. Extra furniture no one uses. Take a walk through your home and notice what's really being used and what's just sitting there. That chair in the corner no one has sat in since the early 2000s, the extra coffee table that only collects junk mail, the decorative bench that holds nothing but dust and last year's magazines. Sometimes we hold on to furniture because it was expensive or gifted, or because it matched a rug we no longer have. But as we get older, open space isn't just stylish, it's safer. Fewer things to walk around, fewer corners to bump into, fewer surfaces to dust. So ask yourself, does this piece of furniture support your life now? Is it comfortable, sturdy, and actually used? If not, it may be time to let it go, donate it, pass it on. Someone else might love it, and you'll gain room to move, breathe, and live a little easier. And your toes? They'll thank you too. Item number 9, bottled water. Let's talk about something many of us don't even think twice about: buying bottled water. It's convenient, sure. Easy to grab, easy to store. But here's the thing. If you're already paying for running water at home, why are you paying for it again? In plastic. Bottled water is one of the sneakiest money drains out there. It's expensive over time, wasteful for the environment, and those empty bottles add up fast. Under the sink, in the car, in the trash. A simple solution? Get yourself a good reusable water bottle. They cost just a few dollars and can last for years. Pair it with a basic water filter if you're worried about taste or quality. Problem solved. Staying hydrated should be simple, not costly, cluttered, or wasteful. Your wallet, your kitchen counter, and the planet will all thank you. Item number 10. Home gym equipment you don't actually use. We all start with the best intentions. That treadmill you bought during a New Year's resolution. The stationary bike from that fitness kick 5 years ago. The set of weights collecting dust in the corner. At first, they symbolized a fresh start, a commitment to better health. But now, they've become coat racks, or worse, daily reminders of guilt and good intentions that never quite stuck. Here's the truth. Movement is important, but it doesn't have to involve a $1,000 machine. You don't need a home gym, you just need something that fits your real life, your rhythm, your routine. A good pair of walking shoes, a few resistance bands, maybe a chair for balance exercises or gentle stretching. That's more than enough to stay strong and flexible. You're not training for the Olympics, you're training for life. And sometimes the best workout equipment is just a walk outside. Item number 11. Tech gadgets with way too many features. You've seen them. The microwave that syncs with your phone. The universal remote with more buttons than a cockpit. The smart speaker that listens better than your grandkids. Sometimes. These gadgets promise convenience, but too often they bring confusion. Complicated menus, tiny fonts, instructions that might as well be written in another language. And let's be honest, how many of those features do you actually use? At a certain point, it's not about keeping up with technology. It's about choosing tools that work for you. Give yourself permission to let go of the high-tech gadgets that make simple things harder. You don't need a fridge that tells you when you're out of eggs. You need a phone that makes calls, a tablet that lets you read, and a television that turns on without a 20-minute tutorial. Because after 60, life should feel simpler, not like another tech support call waiting on hold. Item number 12. Greeting cards that cost more than the gift. Once upon a time, a greeting card was a sweet gesture, a thoughtful way to say, "I'm thinking of you." But now, they're $5, sometimes $7 a piece, wrapped in plastic, sprinkled with glitter, and filled with a message someone else wrote. And let's not even talk about the musical ones. They play a song for 15 seconds, or until the battery dies and it starts sounding like a haunted music box. The reality is, most cards end up in the trash within 48 hours, and they don't say anything as meaningful as your own words could. Instead, try something simpler and more heartfelt. A handwritten note on plain stationery, a thoughtful email, or better yet, pick up the phone and call. Your voice, your memories, your message, that's what people remember, not the shiny card with the pre-written poem. Item number 13. Decorative throw pillows. Way too many of them. They start out innocent enough. 1 or 2 on the couch to add a little color, then maybe a couple more for the bed. And before you know it, you're removing 7 pillows just to sit down or go to sleep. They look great in store displays, but in real life, they're a soft, fluffy obstacle course. Some are overstuffed and push you forward like a spring-loaded chair. Others have sequins or fringe that itch your neck every time you lean back. And let's be honest, how many of them are actually comfortable? Instead of treating your living room or bedroom like a showroom, try keeping just 2 or 3 throw pillows that are cozy, easy to clean, and actually serve a purpose. Less fluff, less fuss, and no more 10-minute bedtime pillow routine. Item number 14. Trendy tech accessories you don't really use. Let's talk about all the little gadgets that sneak into your life. The glittery phone case that peels after a week, the wireless charger shaped like a panda, the Bluetooth speaker the size of a golf ball that promised crystal clear sound, and now lives at the bottom of a drawer. They're fun for a minute, but most of them break, get lost, or become outdated as soon as you upgrade your phone. Tech accessories are like costume jewelry for your devices, flashy, tempting, and often totally unnecessary. Instead of buying the latest thing every time it pops up in an ad, invest in one sturdy phone case, one reliable charger, and a pair of headphones that actually stay in your ears. And here's a simple trick. If you see a tech gadget that looks fun, wait 24 hours before buying it. If you still want it and know exactly how you'll use it, go ahead. Otherwise, skip it. Because peace of mind is better than a drawer full of tangled cords and regret. Item number 15. Books you haven't read, and probably never will. There's something comforting about a shelf full of books. They feel wise, familiar, full of potential. But if we're being honest, how many of those books have you actually opened in the last 5 years? We tell ourselves we'll get to them someday, but someday keeps getting rescheduled. And in the meantime, those books collect dust, take up space, and weigh down our shelves, and sometimes our minds. Now, this isn't about giving up reading. Not at all. If you love books, keep the ones that matter, the stories that moved you, taught you, or brought you joy. But let go of the ones you're keeping out of guilt or habit. You can donate them to a library, a retirement center, or someone just starting their collection. And if you still love to read but want to lighten the load, consider a Kindle or tablet. Larger text, lighter weight, and no dusting required. Books should inspire you, not overwhelm your shelves. Item number 16. Specialty cleaning products for every single surface. Take a peek under your kitchen sink or in the laundry room. Chances are there's a whole collection of bottles. One for glass, one for granite, one for stainless steel, something lemon-scented for the shower, and maybe even a foam spray for tile that you used once in 2019. The cleaning aisle wants you to believe that every surface needs its own solution. But the truth is, all those bottles don't make things cleaner. They just make life more complicated. Too many products lead to confusion, waste, and a whole lot of squinting to read the labels. Instead, simplify. Choose one or two good multi-surface cleaners that actually get the job done. Add a few microfiber cloths, maybe some vinegar and baking soda if you like the natural route, and you're all set. Because cleaning your home shouldn't feel like a science experiment. It should feel quick, easy, and done. Item number 17. Kitchen gadgets you only used once. We've all been there. Watching late-night TV or scrolling online, and suddenly thinking, yes, I do need a machine that dices onions in 3 seconds flat. Or a waffle maker shaped like a Christmas tree. Or a yogurt maker. Or a pasta roller you used that one time. And then never again. These specialty gadgets seem helpful in theory, but in real life, most of them take up more cabinet space than they're worth. Here's the honest truth. We're not running gourmet kitchens or opening bakeries. We're making meals we actually like, using tools that actually work for us. So open that kitchen drawer or cabinet and ask, when was the last time I used this? If the answer involves a year you can't remember, it might be time to let it go. Because your kitchen isn't a museum for appliances. It's a place for nourishment, and maybe a little dancing when no one's looking. Item number 18. Fancy electronics you don't understand. Remember when turning on the television just meant pressing one button? These days, it feels like you need 3 remotes, a user manual, and a degree in engineering just to watch the news. Tech companies love to make things sound smarter. Smart TVs, smart speakers, smart ovens. But if the gadget makes you feel confused, overwhelmed, or frustrated, it's not smart for you. You don't need a refrigerator that texts you when you're low on milk, or a thermostat you have to program from your phone. What you need is reliability, ease, and confidence in using the things you already have. Stick with electronics that serve your needs, clearly, simply, and without stress. After all, you've got better things to do than figure out how to reset a router at 2 in the morning. Let the younger folks chase the latest tech. You You've earned simplicity. Item number 19. Overbuying greeting supplies for the holidays. It's easy to get swept up in the charm of the holiday aisle. Paper plates with turkeys, napkins that say cheers, plastic cups with snowmen wearing sunglasses. They're cute in the moment, festive for about an hour. And then what? They end up crammed in the back of a cabinet next to unopened 4th of July napkins from 3 years ago. And by the time the next holiday rolls around, we forget we even had them, so we buy more. The truth is, most of these items are used once, then sit unused. Or worse, never used at all. Instead of filling drawers with single-use decorations, opt for simple, timeless pieces. A solid set of neutral dishes. Cloth napkins you can dress up with a ribbon or seasonal centerpiece. Add a candle or a playlist, and it's still festive, but without the clutter. Your holidays don't need more plastic. They need more presents. Item number 20. Cookbooks you never actually cook from. Cookbooks can be beautiful. Glossy covers, stunning food photography, elegant recipes with names you can't quite pronounce. They look inspiring. But how often do they really get opened? Most of us have a handful of favorite meals we make again and again. The rest? Those books sit on the shelf like kitchen decorations, heavy, untouched, and maybe even a little guilt-inducing. Many of the recipes call for ingredients you don't keep, tools you don't own, and time you don't want to spend. So they stay closed, while you reach for that same handwritten recipe card you've used for years. So here's a better idea. Keep the cookbooks that truly reflect your cooking style, the ones you actually use. Donate the rest to someone who's still experimenting. And if you love trying new dishes, the internet is filled with free recipes you can filter by ingredients, time, or dietary needs. Or make your own little recipe binder filled with the meals you love most. Cooking should feel joyful, not burdensome. And your shelf space? It's too valuable to be filled with books you never open. Item number 21. Backup kitchen appliances you forgot you owned. Let's be honest, how many small appliances do you really need? At some point, we started doubling up. A second coffee maker in case the first one breaks. 2 blenders. A smoothie maker and a food processor, even though they do almost the same thing. Before long, your kitchen feels more like a crowded showroom than a place to cook and enjoy a meal. The truth is, most of us reach for the same few tools over and over. The extras? They're collecting dust, taking up cabinet space, and silently reminding us of purchases we probably didn't need to begin with. If you haven't used that backup appliance in a year, or forgot it even existed, it's not helping you. It's just in the way. Keep the one that works best for your current routine. If something breaks, you can replace it quickly or borrow from a friend. You don't need a backup for your backup. Simplify your counters. Clear your cabinets, your kitchen, and your mind will feel lighter. Item number 22. The just-in-case mindset. This one's not an object, it's a habit. A quiet little phrase that lives in our closets, drawers, garages, and even our minds. I'll keep this, just in case. Just in case I need that extra pan. Just in case I wear that outfit again. Just in case I figure out how to use that gadget. Just in case someone else might want it someday. But here's the truth. Just in case is often just another way of saying, I don't want to decide. It keeps us holding on to things that don't serve us, out of fear, guilt, or uncertainty. Now, being prepared is wise. But after 60, there's also wisdom in trusting that you'll figure it out if the need ever comes, that you'll adapt, that you'll be okay without that extra something. Letting go doesn't mean you're unprepared. It means you're making room for clarity, for peace, for the life you're actually living right now. Because just in case may be costing you far more than you realize, and you deserve more than clutter. You deserve calm. Well, my friend, if you're still here with me, thank you. That means you've taken a thoughtful look at 22 things that might be weighing down your home, your wallet, or maybe even your peace of mind. And the goal today wasn't to get rid of everything overnight. This isn't about rushing or feeling guilty. It's about noticing, choosing, reclaiming space for what truly matters in this season of life. Because life after 60 isn't about downsizing joy. It's about letting go of what no longer serves you so you can make room for what does. Comfort, clarity, ease, that quiet kind of freedom that shows up when a drawer opens easily, or when you walk into a room and take a deep breath without the clutter. So maybe today, you let go of one small thing, an old appliance, a pair of shoes, a thought like, just in case. And tomorrow, maybe you feel just a little lighter. Now before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you're ready to let go of? Leave a comment below. I read every single one, and your story just might inspire someone else. And if this brought you clarity, comfort, or even just a smile, I'd be honored if you'd subscribe and join this community of thoughtful, wise souls. Until next time, take care of your space, your heart, and yourself. You deserve that.